coming around?
Yeah, we've had so far we've gotten some great work in the off season. There's a ton of stuff that we've got to get better at and continue to work on, but I think I'm proud of the effort the guys are putting in, not just running around with the work on the field, but in the classroom and studying and really taking pride in learning this offense and getting things down, because it's not an easy offense to learn. And especially in that wide receiver room, those guys have done a great job.
Can you get a sense of what it's going to look like even this early?
Not really. I mean, I think I'm starting to get a better feel for personnel that we have, in terms of in that receiver room, like I had mentioned, or the running backs, tight ends, just getting a feel for everybody. I think that's important, and the timing that comes with that and working together will be helpful for the season.
How's it different throwing to Devontae, to Kenny, to Jakeem? I mean,
Sorry.
Are there certain characteristics you've already picked up on some of these guys?
Yeah, they definitely all have their own unique talents, and I think nothing but impressed with those guys you mentioned. And I think the biggest thing, and I said it last time, the willingness to work, the willingness for those guys to, talk after meetings, text at night, whatever it is. Like, if they've got questions, I'm going to try to give them the best answers I can, and we're going to continue to work to get on the same page. And it's been impressive to see the work ethic out of those guys.
Coach Flores says that his philosophy, he'll unleash it little by little. He doesn't want to give it all at once. But can you get a feel already for what this team's going to be like under him?
I think we're developing a mentality, but until you actually get out there and playing games and you've got your 53 whittled down to who it's going to be, it's tough to say.
He talked today about establishing a culture. In what ways is he doing that, trying to establish a winning culture? What do you see happening?
Well, I just think the expectations when we step on the practice field, that's been set right away in terms of the hustle and the competitiveness and those type of things. They've really shown up in practice, and we're going to practice the right way and keep each other healthy but be competitive about it. And that certainly has been a point of emphasis for him, and something that I really enjoy.
Have you been part of a team that runs as much as this one does?
I've been a part of a lot of teams, yeah. So.
Do you see things from Rosen? I know you're concentrating on your own stuff, but that kind of remind you, take you back to your second year and what that was like, and does that help you in sort of giving you some guidance?
I mean, I think any quarterback in this system, it's going to take. It takes a lot. This system puts a lot on us, and so we're all in there working as hard as we can to get it down and figure things out. But it's an offense as a quarterback you love to be in, because there's a lot on your plate.
Have you seen growth from Mike Gesicki?
I mean, I don't know where he came from. In terms of, didn't really see him last year, but there's some things that Mike does that are special that other guys can't do, and a lot of room for improvement. And I think, just like all of us, a lot of room for improvement and stuff we can do. But he's another guy that's willing to work, and I've been impressed by Mike.
Brian, Preston Williams, the guy who's flashed every practice, has been open to the media. What is he showing you?
Preston's doing a nice job. There's plays. He'll make some wild plays, and he'll make some plays that remind you that he's a young guy. So consistency is going to be a big thing with him. But in terms of some of the physical features and the way that he can go and get the ball and those type of things, he's been very impressive. Again, he's working his tail off, and it shows, and you can tell out here. But there's also a lot of work that still needs to be put in, for him to be able to be trusted and be out there.
Ryan, I'm trying to think back. What was the last time you were part of a true open competition like this?
About pretty much every year.
Well, not just to make the team, but to start too.
Yeah. 2014 was an open competition. 2012 was an open competition. I think that was about it.
How are they similar? How are they different to what you're going through now?
I don't know that this is much different than any year, in that you just try to come out here and do your best and put the work in and hope to see the results on the field. So that's what I'm trying to do, and you know, again, we've got a lot of work that still needs to be put in and a lot of things we need to get better at. So each practice is a nice reminder of that, and we're just going to continue to try to improve.
When you
Going back to Preston Williams, what's his attitude been like in practice, given that he wasn't drafted and he's one of these guys fighting for a spot?
I mean, I just, it's not like we sit down and talk at lunch every day, but he's definitely flashed. I mean, he's definitely a guy, as a quarterback, you take notice in some of the plays that he's making. And, like I said, great plays and boneheaded plays, and we've got to find a consistency there, but he certainly has enough talent to do it.
when you go
more, guys.
when you go after practice and watch the film, what are you most critical of yourself of? Is it footwork, or is it mechanics? Is it accuracy? What is it?
I think every play is different, but something the last few years, my footwork and just knowing me, and when I miss balls, why I'm missing the ball, and usually that stuff I can feel out here on the practice field, but there are certain little drills and steps and things that I do to get a little bit better with my body placement for accuracy.
Ryan, what age you fall in love with football, if you did, and how did you?
So I started playing football when I was 10, I believe, tackle football, and yeah, I had to make the jump from soccer to football. That was the decision. I had to give up my love for soccer, but at age 10, I mean, I love the game from then on, and the reason I'm still playing. I still love being out here with the guys and competing and having a lot of fun doing it.
We all know where you went to school. We've heard a little bit about that. Did you have D1 offers? Did you have places that you were considering, or was it, Ivy League all along?
I had a scholarship offer from Eastern Washington, so 1AA, back then 1AA, and that was it. So when I didn't get any offers, then I started looking elsewhere, and just, that was always, schoolwork was always an important thing in my household and something that was always stressed. So I decided I'd try to go to the best school I could, and football was, I wanted to continue to play, but it was, the professional thing was an afterthought. I mean, that was never, at the forefront of that decision.
Did you have a sports hero growing up outside of your family that kind of motivated
I mean, I was a huge Magic Johnson fan growing up. He was probably my favorite if I had to think of a guy, and then Brett Favre I loved watching, and Jake Plummer was another guy I loved watching.